Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today it is with great pride that I'm sharing with you the unboxing of ELAC's brand new Solano floor-standing speakers. The entire range is a culmination of decades of R&D, and the FS287 is absolutely stunning. It's a simple range, not many options available. A floor stander and a bookshelf are of course part of it, but this floor standing speaker is prestigious. They've worked with the Crossover network, they've included their top Jet 5 tweeter in such affordable floor standing speaker. Now there's only a couple of colour options available for these. There's a gloss white and a gloss black, and if I've read the labels correctly, these should be the gloss black option. Now they come shipped as individual speakers, and of course because they're identical we're just going to concentrate on one today. They're beautifully packed, wonderful quality cardboard and other things like that. Getting into them, very easy. You firstly want to cut the sellotape, being as always careful that the knife doesn't drag too deep. You never want to damage the product you've just purchased. These are also stapled, so the next thing is never very elegant, and that's a simple kind of tear approach to rip the staples, and as always get rid of them. Don't damage yourself or the speakers. As soon as you can, bend and remove the staples. Now looking at the box, I'm just going to spin it around so you can kind of see. One of the first things is a big fat warning label. A trend started throughout ELAC's range, and most obvious in the Velas, where the speakers have no grills. To take something as good as a folded ribbon tweeter like the Jet 5 and then mask it behind a grill is kind of against the grain, and so although they are available as an option, they're not supplied, because 99.9% of customers who own a speaker of the pedigree of the Solanos and the Velas and other things up the food chain from ELAC aren't going to put a grill on them. So the attention here, the caution, is the fact that these speakers don't have a grill, and getting them out of the box, it's important you factor that into as far as how you choose to get them out. Now there's a big piece of polystyrene in the top to support the box, and should it be stacked on other things, obviously support and stop it from getting damaged. There's some formed polystyrene ends. Okay. And there's the speaker itself. Now at this point the easiest is to sort of get your fingernails underneath the bottom of the speaker, because it has a steel foot. So lift the top, get your hand underneath, and get your fingers underneath the bottom of the speaker. Now the bag is sellotaped at the bottom, and so at this point we just very carefully place it on its head. And we drill in and have a look at some of the accessories for a moment. Obviously there's the other half of all of the foam packaging that we spoke about. There's a basic brochure, bilingual, about the speaker itself, and some basics as far as it's set up. It's here that we want to sort of keep an eye on, and that's the accessory pack. Put that off to one side for a moment and get rid of this box. So in the accessory pack we see a series of things, and firstly it's a clamshell sort of approach. We have, and please as always hang around for some photographs. I'll do some close-ups as far as the feet and other options that are available and all the accessories that we see in there. Firstly we see a plastic bag filled with beautifully engineered oversized spikes and a series of countersunk hex screws and an Allen key to operate them. There's 4 outrigger feet, and I'll take that out for a moment. The ability to add the spikes, or a spike and cup approach with a little bit of a cork protector, enabling the outrigger feet to add the stability required, and should it be on a hardwood floor or tiles, a soft option as far as a milled little socket. Now hang around for some photographs. I'll take some close-ups. We'll unbox the other one so that we can see what it's about and see the mechanisms associated with assembling and adding the speakers. Sorry, the outrigger feet to the speakers. Right. Carefully moving the speakers around. They're sealed closed in the bag. Very, very simple nick. Gets you into the oversized speaker bag. Being a gloss finish, it is protected with a cloth bag. Opening that part's very, very easy. It's a simple pull, and we reveal the base of the speaker. Now the plate is identical to that of a bookshelf, offering a number of options as far as how you might choose to add the accessories. Should you want to, I guess, you could mount this on something else if required, but clearly the option of adding the outrigger feet and then the spikes is by far the best. Again, hang around for some photographs. I'll take some close-ups. What we see, and the reason that I've paused for a moment, is that this steel plate not only adds a significant amount of sort of mass at the bottom of it, anchoring it to the floor, but there's also this little gap. It features a floor firing port, and this gap and airflow is managed precisely to ensure that that port air is dealt with in a way that can be managed for all manner of different placements in a room. Continuing to slide the bag off all the way towards the bottom, and then a simple kind of rock and twist gives us the ability to remove the last of the protective bag and packaging. Now, looking at this beautiful speaker for the first time. Again, please hang around for some photographs. I'm going to take close-ups of some of the beautiful things that are associated with it, like the Jet 5 tweeter, this iconic tweeter that ELAC have introduced in such a beautiful range. It's wonderful to see that natural trickle down of some of the most expensive implementations of their technology is now available in a quite affordable floor standing speaker. You see, now this is a 2.5 way design, so it's essentially a bookshelf speaker that when the low frequencies are required, the two parallel up with an additional bass driver to add that extra bass weight. With that, it'll handle 40 to nearly 300 watts a channel and will get as low as nearly 30 Hertz, which for a compact floor standing speaker like this is utterly unheard of. It's 4 ohms as far as its design, and I guess that's part of the combination, and it's very stable at that impedance as well. Again, Jet 5 tweeter, it's a 150mm mid-range driver and then a reinforced bass driver. All is bolted into a cabinet with a steel surround ensuring that the disbursement is managed into the room. At the base of the front of the speaker we have the iconic ELAC logo and again the steel foot. Looking at the side you realise just how compact these speakers are, and again to get down to 30 Hertz in such a compact design means some engineering has been done, and that's the key. They've done a wonderful job. It's not very deep, it's not very tall, it's not very wide, yet it is a perfect sounding speaker for its price. Look at the rear, we've got an additional port to manage the frequency and pressure associated with the mid-range driver. A very elegant, simple back, all the way down to the elaborate binding post and crossover network. The binding post is slightly recessed and shows a 5-way configuration as far as connecting the speakers, speaker cable, bare wire, bananas, etc. These bridging clips are moulded together and insulated with a little bit of rubber, adding a little bit of elegance to it as well, and makes it very easy should you need to remove those and buy wire or buy amp. The fit and finish of these binding posts is absolutely beautiful, and again an implication of the quality that they have opted for in this speaker. It's very clearly labelled as far as plus and minus, and the binding post, and of course the sticker at the bottom for the Solano Floorstanding Speaker, the 287. Spinning it around, having a look again at the side and then the front, we see these lovely speakers. And it's been wonderful to have been able to share these and unbox them for you today at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.